Guys, it's Petrina, and today I'm doing something a little bit different and teaching you how to car shop like a boss when you're a chick. Stay tuned. But first, let's hear a song. Talk about cars, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things about car shopping. Let's talk about cars. Let's talk about cars. Alright, so I had the decidedly unpleasant experience of new car shopping recently. I spent a week in the depths of car dealership hell. So I'm going to impart some of the wisdom I gleaned from that week of car shopping hell in the hopes that it will help you find a car that you love and get the absolute best deal you can on it. My first tip is to know your stuff. Do your research. Go online, read online reviews from Edmunds. There's US News and World Report. I got a copy of the Consumer Reports from our in-laws to look at. Pick the type of vehicle you want, whether it's a sedan or a small sport utility, whatever type of car you know for sure that you want. Do your research on the different types of vehicles that are available, their safety records, their reliability, read up on the features, and pick up to 4 possibilities for cars that you can look at. And why am I limiting you to 4? When you have too many choices, you can sometimes just sit there and just not be able to pick just because it's too overwhelming. So keep it simpler for yourself, research and narrow it down to 4. My second tip is to harness the power of stereotypes. If you are a woman, you can use this to your advantage while car shopping. I went in with a strategy where I would play the role of the submissive, stay-at-home mom who defers to my husband, where he makes the financial decisions. And I went on weekdays and I made a point to note how my husband was at work and I was just going to do test drives and see which kind of cars I like and then present the numbers to him for approval. And this resulted in less of the, car sales pressure. I didn't want to be hassled. I didn't want to feel pressured to make decisions right away. I just wanted to test drive and see if these cars that I had narrowed down to 4, which one I liked the best. And I found the strategy worked well for most of the dealerships I went to. Although one of them is why I have tip number 3. And that is, don't be afraid to just walk away. If you're feeling disrespected or pressured, don't stand there and take it and continue to receive the pressure. Walk out. And I gave that tip because one of the dealerships I went to, I did not receive a smooth, no pressure experience. I actually received this really icky, horrible sales tactic where the salesperson asked me to rank my preference in color for Honda Odysseys, and I'd said, if I had to rank them, I'd say blue was probably my favorite while I was on the test drive. And then when we got back into the dealership to actually get those numbers, he came back and he said, well, I've got bad news, and good news. And he went through, and the bad news involved how there were no Hondas in stock that were the other colors that were listed on my order of preference. The other bit of bad news was that they only had one of the baseline Honda Odyssey models in stock. The good news was that it was the blue color that I listed as my favorite, and he dangled the keys up in front of me, sat down, was just about to go over numbers, and just a moment or two after, another salesperson came up to the table and said, hey, do you have the keys to the blue Odyssey? I need to show it to this customer over here who's interested. It was this really pathetic, over-the-top dog and pony show. It made me feel tremendously disrespected, as if he thought I was some sort of a moron who would immediately jump on, oh, well, I need to buy that car. And then he tried to pressure me to put $500 down so that they would put a sold sign on that Honda Odyssey. And I walked out. Even though after test driving it, I really liked the Odyssey, I decided against it. I actually opted for another vehicle. Chances are, no matter where you live, there are going to be multiple dealerships who are selling the same model that you consider your dream car. So if you're feeling pressured or disrespected in any way at a dealership, just walk away. My 4th tip is to shop at the end of the month. I did this and I found 2 pressure was lower, and I think the quotes given were lower than what I was actually anticipating paying for most of the vehicles we saw. When you shop at the end of the month, chances are most dealerships have quotas of sales that they have to make within a given month. And towards the end of the month, if they're not, close to that number, they are going to be more inclined to make a sweeter deal to you. And my fifth tip is to shop around. The chances are, no matter where you live, there's going to be multiple dealerships that are selling the same make and models of cars. So look around, get prices and quotes from multiple dealerships. And also while you're there, if you are trading in your old car, get the trade-in value for each different dealership you go to. It'll vary, sometimes even as much as, I found $2,000. So shop around and don't be afraid to go out of your local area even. We wound up buying our GMC Acadia, which I love, from a dealership that's like 40 minutes away. Why? Because they actually gave us the best deal, the best trade-in value, and they even drove the car to us and the paperwork so we didn't have to travel out. It was awesome. I think no matter what you do and how prepared you are, car shopping is going to be stressful. There are going to be times where you're just going to want to throw up your hands and say forget it. But stick with it, do your research, know your stuff, don't be afraid to walk away, get your numbers, use stereotypes to your advantage, and shop around for the best possible deal. And those are my best tips. If you have some of your own, feel free to share them in the comments section. If you like what you see, like to see more, don't be afraid to click on that lovely red subscribe button below. And if you're someone who's not only in the market for a new car, but maybe you have some fitness goals in mind that you'd like to accomplish, you can sign up for absolutely free fitness coaching with me at makefitwork.com. That's it. Take care and have a great day.